So the rest of my parts finally came in. These are the new spindles. Look a lot cleaner than the old. Those scracks still scare me. So that'll give me peace of mind anyway, and got enough pieces that I can start putting things back together. So I'm going to start by installing the new C-bracket on the new spindle. Should go something like that. And then I'll work on putting the upper and lower control arms on, get the ball joints hooked up, and get the springs in there. Then, yeah, just slowly putting things back together now. So, should go smoothly. So I've got the C-brackets bolted to the new spindles. Looks a lot better. Now I'm just working on the control arms. I've got to weld this bushing to the cross member, and then I've got this bracket that's going to get welded behind to support it, and then I'm going to actually weld some bracing in between this cross member. Once I've got all that done, I can hook up the control arms and put those spindles on, work on brakes, and suspension should be done. So I've basically got everything mocked up. I'm trying to make a provision for the sway bar mount. This needs to come down and mount somewhere along there. So I'm using a little CAD. Need to make a bracket, something like that. I'll go in there and hold that mount. So I've got that cut out. Just gonna go and bend them and yeah, see if it works. And there's the finished brackets. Just got to install them now. So that's just mocking things up. All I've got to do now is mark it and weld it. But I think that'll work. So I've got those brackets I made tacked in on both sides. I've just checked, make sure that everything clears with the suspension moving up and down, steering full lock left and right. Looks like it's going to work, so I'll take the lower control arm off and final weld all that stuff, paint it up, and go for final assembly. So that's got the tabs done, painted black, time to put it back. Well, that's it for the suspension install. Looks like my brackets are going to work just fine. Got the springs and the shocks in there. Both sides are done. Just need to put on my rotors and my brake pads, and then the front end is done. You can start looking at the motor. And there you have it. I'm all done. Just have to bleed the brakes, put in a cotter pin on the tie rod for the steering, and yeah, that'll be it. As far as suspension goes anyway, looks pretty good.